And welcome. Here we have an indie spotlight on awesome creator and his work today. I'm really excited to talk to him. He goes by the name Malcolm Smiley Cannon, and he's an awesome guy. Great works on his plate here. So we're really excited to talk to him today. So without further ado, welcome Malcolm, and why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little about who you are?
All right. Well, like you said, my name is Malcolm Cannon. Everyone calls me Smiley because I'm always smiling.
Nice.
I'm from North New Jersey, born and raised, trying to reach out there with you guys in Cali.
Nice.
Um, I have two sons, 8 and 6. I'm ages 31. My 6-year-old is the one that inspired me to start writing comic books, actually. He's obsessed with superheroes. He always
That's
running
awesome.
around saying Captain Man, Captain Man. And I was like, who's Captain Man? And he like, and I found out who he is. He bring me the toy, and I'm like, Captain America? That's the worst hero ever. Yeah, so
Oh, that's too funny,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I'm an Iron
Oh,
Man
that's
fan,
awesome.
so I had to
No,
put out
okay,
Captain
yeah.
America. Word. Hmm.
That's fair. That's fair. Well,
All
that's
right,
cool, man.
so
That's great. I love to hear that kind of inspiration. That's really
hmm
cool. Yeah.
that's my little man, man. He always talking about the heroes.
Oh wow. So have you done your own superhero yet, or have you stepped into that realm yet?
I kind of did. He's not fully prepared yet, so
Okay, still working
I
on it.
don't know.
Okay.
Did I send? I think I sent you a picture
Oh yeah,
with the
yeah,
guy with the
yeah.
skateboard. Is it the guy with
Uh
the
huh.
skateboard? All right, so that's one of them. That's one of the heroes right there. His name is Malachi. I actually named him after my oldest son. His name is Malachi.
Okay.
Um, Still working on him, tweaking on him. I finally got like his idea, the concept down pack, and got someone to like draw it up. So I'm still working on him. He's gonna be a pretty interesting guy. So I got a lot of
Nice,
work to put
man.
in because he's based off of myself. So
Well, that's
yeah.
awesome, and you have a lot of. I mean, you're pretty prolific. It seems like you have a lot of projects going. Can you tell us about some of the different comics that you're working on?
All right. Well, besides Freaks Come Out of the Night, I was working on Micro Wars. I'm not sure if anybody remember my first book. It's the first one I did
Mm-hmm.
a year ago. April 19th it was released. I'm supposed to be working on the second one. He's kind of like handling issues right now, so we don't really know when we're gonna get to it. But I have another one coming. I don't know if I can curse. Can I curse?
Oh, go for it, man. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's called Bad Bitch Galaxy. I sent
Nice.
you the logo of it.
Oh yeah, let me pull
Yeah,
that up here real quick.
I got
Let me share
a
that with
female friend
everybody.
of mine that works on a team. She's also on a team. My team is NGC. That
Oh,
stands for
that's
New
awesome.
Generation Comics. She's a female on my team that also writes or come up with ideas. And she brought this idea to me and was like, "I want you to write this story." And I was like, "Why me though? Like, I don't want to be disrespectful or anything." She's like, "No, it's not like that. It's just the title. Don't worry about the title. It's definitely not the title." So that's one of them. I think I sent
Well, I like
you a
about
preview.
well, real quick, I was gonna
Yeah,
say what
there
I
you
like
go.
about that is it kind of is it's not necessarily a derogatory thing, as everyone that's can also be a term of empowerment too. So I like
Uh-huh.
it. I like the title, man. I think it works. Yeah.
Hey man, a female herself came up with the title, so if
Exactly.
she
Hey,
accepted it,
exactly,
I'm just saying they all should just
man.
accept it. But yeah,
Exactly.
it's a dope idea. Like, I actually can show you a preview. I meant to send you a picture of the villain. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this
Hmm.
clearly,
Let me
but
put
this
you
is
up
like
on
a
the screen here.
holographic. It's like a holographic collectible card that
Oh,
I'm
that's
I'm
dope.
into. Like his name is Vane.
Those
Yeah,
are cool,
he's
man.
one of the. You probably can't see him because he's all black. So I
No,
meant to send
you
you a
came through all
picture
right.
of
Yeah,
him.
yeah. No, that's cool, man. Yeah.
Um,
So, how many of those trading cards do you have?
so far, these are just samples. This is the other one. This is the villain from Micro Wars. His name is Guy.
Nice.
A little holographic too.
Definitely
Yeah, only
want to
these
talk a
two
little about
so
Micro
far.
Wars, man. Micro Wars. What kind of story is Micro Wars? I really love the cover that you guys have up there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of like a Spider-Man story, but
Oh,
for a
interesting.
female. Like it's like the high school teenager superhero kind of thing. She's 16. She's an African American. She lives in Detroit, and she discovers that she has the ability to teleport like Nightcrawler.
Hmm.
She also can fight hand-to-hand combat, and she used two dual sticks. she's like going through the mix of trying to figure out if she's a crime fighter or a hero, because I know everybody knows that there's a difference between the two. So
True, true.
she's battling with that, and she started to face these new challenges in life, like new villains, like the guy. I'm sorry, his name is Guy. I'm a little unfocused on that story because I've been focusing on Freaks Come Out at Night and
No,
the
well,
new
we'll
and Bad
definitely.
Things
I
Come
want to
Out.
definitely get to that for sure. I just thought I
Yeah,
want to talk a little about the other stuff.
I'm sorry about that.
That's all good, man. No worries.
Yeah, so that's why that project is on pause right now. So where the
I
direction
see.
is going right now is kind of like in the air still. So
Think you might pick it up at some point, or
he
down
got
the line.
the first 6 pages is on his Instagram because I let him write the first 6 pages on his own because he wanted to tackle something. But my side of the story isn't. I haven't gotten to it yet because he haven't came to me and asked me for it. So
Okay, so still
that's
something
why I don't.
down the line.
Yeah, it's something dealing with him, so I can't explain it. I don't know what's going on actually. But that's not my project. I'm just the writer for the project.
I see. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah, it was my first
interesting.
one. 2 years ago, I was scrolling down in Instagram looking for artists because I wanted to attack my project. And I seen his character, and I was like, "This is a pretty dope character." It's not the pictures that you see inside the book. He has an actual character that he has for the finished work, so that like in season 5, he'll reveal the new outfit or whatever. I seen it, and I was like, "This is dope." And I seen the comment says, "I'm having trouble writing my story. I need help." So I reached out to him, and I was like, "Look, I'll write your story for you. I just want my name on it so that people can know who wrote the story." And he agreed to it. I didn't charge him anything, and we became friends after that, and we made that project possible. And it encouraged me to do my own, which is the one that you see right now, Freaks Come Out at Night.
That's cool, man. So working with him really kind of led you into doing your own project, which is the one we're gonna be talking the majority about tonight.
Yeah, it
And
kind of
so
pushed me. It pushed
yeah,
me because
yeah,
I was already writing them before. I just was slowly creeping into it. But he definitely pushed me to go forth with it.
that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, yeah, let's definitely. I think let's dive into it. So the main comic that we're gonna be talking about tonight is Freaks Come Out at Night, which is currently crowdfunding on GoFundMe. We'll put out the
Mhm.
link. Definitely want to put the link for that. So it's a supernatural comic, and the premise is these creatures that are a bit of a kind of a mix between zombies and vampires. They get out from this what I presume to be some sort of underground lab, maybe perhaps, or some sort of underground area. That's definitely for sure. And then they get
It's
out
an
and they start roaming
underground
the
layer.
streets. It's some sort of little lair, and so but then the government has this plan to kind of contain it, and so the people inside the city are caught in the middle,
Yep.
and so it seems like a really interesting story. So, what can you tell us about how you kind of came about to create this comic?
All right, so I guess I can start with the title. Freaks Come Out at Night, the song. I don't know if anybody know Houdini, the song. The Freaks Come
Oh,
Out at
okay,
Night.
yeah. Uh
I was
huh.
literally listening to the
Oh,
song and
that's
was like,
funny.
it hit me, and I was like, oh, I gotta do it. I gotta
Oh,
do
that's
it. But
awesome.
I was writing a zombie flick. I mean, not a zombie
Mm.
flick. I was writing a zombie story when I had listened to the song. And it made me kind of switch from just doing zombies because I'm a zombie fanatic. Like I
Oh,
love
nice, man.
zombies.
Me
Like
too, dude. I'm
I
right
can watch
there with
zombie
you.
movies all day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like my favorite ones is the first one is World War Z.
Nice. Yeah,
Uh,
that's a good one.
I want to say Train to Buzzum. I don't know if I'm
Oh,
pronouncing it
I
right.
haven't seen that Bouchon or something like that, or it was
Oh
that foreign
man,
film,
you
right?
gotta see it. You
Really?
gotta
Oh, really?
see
Okay,
it,
okay.
man. It's a great movie. And then Dawn of the Dead. Everybody should know Dawn of the
Oh yeah,
Dead.
yeah. The
And then
original
like
or the
Call of.
remake? Would you go with the original or remake for that one? Do you think?
I would say the remake. I think that's the one that came
Nice.
out in the 2000s, early
Yeah, that's
2000s.
the Zack Snyder one, I
Yeah,
think, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I like
That
that
was
one.
dope.
I definitely
Yeah,
like that one. So I've
nice.
always been into zombies. Like, so I was like, why not make my first comic book dealing with that? But I wanted to switch it, so I mixed the two bloodthirsties together, which is vampires and zombies. A vampire was thirsty, bit a zombie, and then somehow mutated into these new creatures. This poster behind me is actually a preview from the third volume. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but I like kind of like vision. I had a vision,
So
and I was like, I'm
even with
definitely going.
so you're like kind of looking ahead, even though you're working on the current stuff. Very
I'm
nice, man.
always doing that for some odd reason. I would say it's like say like when the rain drop, you get a couple of raindrops, and then it turns into a puddle.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
my ideas kind of spill out, and then they all come together as one and make this story. So I had visioned this for some odd reason. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. My
yeah.
mind's crazy. It always spinning. And I called the artist up and I was like, look, I got this idea and I want you to like draw it out for me. And I want to make a post out of it. And that's how I came up with this strip club scene, because this is the strip club. If you can see, that's the monsters. Well, this is not, but these are the
Okay.
monsters from the actual thing, and that's the main character. His name is John Hadu. I don't know if anybody know how to pronounce his name, but his name is John Hadu. Um, yeah, just a little something, and it's also I'm giving this poster away with whoever's like donate the most to my
Right, I remember.
GoFundMe. I
Yeah,
got
you're
like
doing
a
a little package,
yeah,
right?
but I got like a little package. It's a comic book, the poster, trading card, sticker. Um, did I say a book?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in a book, and it's another one. It's another little poster,
Oh, nice. That one's
oversized poster.
from Micro
Yeah,
Wars,
from the
right?
Micro
Yeah,
Wars. Yeah,
yeah.
because it was a
Nice.
mistake. I was trying to get a sample from a team, and I told them the size. I guess they mistaken sending me this for inches and sent me that big old card. So that's how I ended up with that. But back to what I was saying about Micro Wars.
I mean, yeah,
Micro
freeze.
Wars. I mean, yeah, Freeze Come Out at Night. Sorry about that.
No,
Freeze
it's all
Come Out
good.
at Night, like you said, is the government has trapped this city inside this dome. I don't know if you ever seen the Simpsons movie when they all get trapped in the city and they're like doing it.
Oh,
Yes, I
that's
took the
funny, dude.
idea.
That's
I
a
took the
throwback.
idea. So
That's been a minute, right?
I took that idea and I
Okay.
contained these monsters in a city. So when you have that, we all know that it can't get out, but no one else can get out too. So you either survive or turn into these monsters. So with the first book, I wanted people to kind of feel like they was in the book. That's why it seems kind of rushed. Because if you put yourself in a place, you and your team is coming back to the base with this new team, and an ambush happened, you don't have that much time to get to know people or settle. You gotta get and go. You get what I'm saying? Like, so
Mm-hmm.
if I'm coming, but we coming back with our guns and with these people, but these monsters is chasing us. We ain't got time to get to know people, so that's why I didn't want to like kind of get people involved with the characters so soon. I wanted to just give them an action thrill or
Nice.
something to keep them like, ooh,
Kind of
that
pull
was
them in,
nice.
really.
Yeah, I want to know what's going to happen afterwards. So that's why that first book is written the way it's written, and the next couple of issues would do a rewind and kind of like bring you up to speed on what's been going on leading to the first issue. That's why it's called Eye for an Eye Part 2 instead of Eye for an Eye Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of do things backwards sometimes. So the first one would be what actually happened beforehand, if that
And
makes
so,
sense.
the issue you're working right now, is this the second issue then? Because I know there's some stuff you have out on Gumroad. Is that right?
Well, the things that I have on Gumroad are Micro Wars and the first issue. This is the
Oh,
first
very nice.
issue,
Okay, awesome. Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the next three issues will be flashbacks. So
Okay.
technically, if the story was
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
going
yeah. I see you
forward, it would
now.
be in that order. But being that I started with this one
No, that
first,
makes sense.
it
Yeah.
kind of like changed it up. I just
Nice.
wanted
I
to be.
like that.
I'm gonna be honest. I just like to be different. I try to do things differently so I don't seem like a copycat.
Well,
That's
I
why I
like it,
changed
man. I
the.
think it works. Yeah.
I about to say that's why I also changed the way that I present my volumes in my season. I don't know. I mean, my volumes and my issues. I don't know if anyone noticed. It's a 1 and an A. The 1 stands for the volume, and the A stands for the issue.
Okay. Oh, that's actually pretty smart. Yeah, I did notice that. I
Something
noticed that
different,
out
a little
there.
something different.
Yeah,
And the
exactly.
covers changed. I about to say I sent you a preview of the new covers. My logo
I'll go ahead
has
and pull that
changed
up here.
recently on it as well. It went from this to the new one that's on there as well.
Let's see here. No, we also have some comic pages that we can show off here. It looks like.
That's cool. That's cool.
Now I see in the image you sent over, you sent over Stephen King's Sleepwalkers. Is that a big inspiration for you?
Okay, so that see this cover? You
What's
see that
that?
house? Do you see the cover and do you
Oh
see the
yeah, yeah,
house?
yeah. Oh, that's cool. Let me see if I can pull
All
that
right,
up.
now
I'd love
I'm
to
about
see
to say
do
if
a
you
comparison
see
there.
how Stephen King's is with the cats
Yeah,
instead of the cat, because Sleepwalker is one of my favorite horror movies. It's
nice.
definitely one of my. I don't know if anybody out there has seen this movie, but this is a good movie.
Really, I have not seen that particular one. I'm a fan of
You
Stephen
gotta
King, but
check
I've
that
not
one.
seen that one yet.
You gotta check that one out, man. I'm telling you, it's definitely good.
And so yeah, I love the. So this is kind of like a bit of an homage, you might say.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can pull this up here. Now, it's interesting you bring up Stephen King. So are you a fan of horror, Stephen King, and different things like that, or what
I'm
is
a
your
fan
genres?
of. I about to say I'm a fan of horror, die
Are you
hard
really?
horror, like to the point that I'm like right now I'm stressing because there's nothing that can scare me.
Oh wow!
Like I love to be scared. Like I love to be
Oh
looking
damn!
around. Like oh my god, what's next? Like that type of feeling, and it hasn't been that lately.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I love
What
that.
was the last really good horror movie you enjoyed?
Honestly, I can't even remember. That's how long it's been. Honestly,
Oh wow, yeah.
I really can't remember
There
what's
hasn't
the
been
last
too many
scary.
good ones in a minute. I'll be honest.
A
Yeah,
long time, over more than 5 years. I'm gonna be honest with you.
yeah.
Definitely more than 5 years. A lot of good thrillers and suspense, but no horrors.
So okay, so here we have the image there. So this is the cover, and
Hmm.
then and we're going to compare that to the other image that we have here, which is from Sleepwalker. And as you can see there, yeah, there's a total homage going on there. The house is the same. I love the way the kind of creatures are coming in the same. That
Kind
was
of
cool, man.
creeping
That's
up
a really
on
nice one, dude. That's a really good
them.
one.
I
It's
have
really
to.
interesting.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, well, I was just gonna say, you seem to put a lot of thought into a lot of the work you do, not just the writing, but a lot of detail goes into this. It
Mhm.
seems you have a
That's
nice
true.
attention to
That's
detail,
true.
man.
I was gonna say that the preview of the second issue, I sent you a cover. I'm kind of deciding on do I want to go with that right now. But if you kind of look at the two covers, I'm trying to tell a story within a story is what I'm trying to do here. So if you take all of by the time I finish the whole project, which is going to be 3 volumes, I already have it made out 3 volumes. Um, After you take all the issues from all 3 volumes and put them like on a wall, if you want to, or on the floor, and you look at them in order, it'll give you a story. Like
Hmm.
you see how the first one they're like kind of creeping up on the house. The second one they're entering the house and the family is kind of like trying to protect their home right there.
As we can see here now, yeah, man, those creatures are real something. Those are some nasty looking creatures, man. So, do you work with
My
an
part.
artist on this project then,
I'm gonna be
or
honest with you. See this? If you look at I meant to send you the back of my book. It's I call it my dedication page because I dedicated the back of my book to all the artists that put they work into the book, or the characters, or the cover, whatever it is that they did. So I work with a lot of independent artists to try to get them to have the same shine as I'm getting. So if my book make it, I want them to get the same type of. You get what I'm saying? So
oh,
I want
definitely.
them to have that spotlight as well, because there's
That's
a lot
awesome,
of
man.
artists that are good that go unlooked
Oh,
because of
that's so
all of
true.
the bigger artists. So, but now I found me a steady artist that I want to work with, and he has agreed to do like the first volume, get the whole volume out of the way.
Very nice.
So issue 2 is being worked on as we speak. I sent the preview of that one. That's with the lady. She's naked. I got kicked off of webtoons for that, for the naked, the
I heard about
nudity
that.
and the
I'm
violence.
a
Yeah.
little surprised. I
So
didn't think you could get kicked off of webtoons like that. That's
Yeah, they told me the rules. They told me the rules. I read them, and
really,
I was just
damn.
like, I'm gonna still try it. I just want to get like the fan base from you guys, and then I'll go on. They let me run for a nice while before they kicked
Really,
me
that's
off.
good. That's good. Yeah, well,
And then they,
so they don't do no nudity on GoFund or really on there.
mm-mm.
Uh,
This is the picture that they emailed me, and was like, sorry, we're kicking you off. But Micro Wars is still on there. And
that's
some of my
cool.
other
That's what's
future
up.
projects would be on there, like Rat Pack, The Adventures of Rat Pack. I meant to send you the pictures of the characters because the kids and their parents are going to love these characters. It's called The
Oh,
Adventures of
nice.
the Rat
All
Pack.
ages,
Mhm.
kind of sale.
All ages, all
Very nice,
ages.
man. Very
From I mean,
nice.
like you could be a preschool and have a teddy bear. I'm working on merchandise as far as like teddy bears and
Dude,
action
that's
figures.
awesome,
So
man. Again, man, you're
trying to
just
do a lot of
cranking
things.
out you're just doing so much, so many different projects, man. It's awesome.
I'm trying to get involved, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never owned a comic book. I've never read a comic book until I wrote one myself,
That's
which
too
is this
funny,
one.
man. Oh, that hey,
Yep.
what better way to get into them, man, than do it yourself, right? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that's
I mean, I
awesome, man.
always watch like the cartoons and stuff, but never had an actual comic book. Never read it.
That's awesome, man. So it's kind of like opening you up into a whole new world, really. You
Yep.
know, yeah, that's great. And as you said
But I
earlier,
do
you're
take a.
inspired by your son, so yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
That's what really pushed me. And then with the guy asking me for, I mean, me going to the guy for to help him out also was the second inspiration. So
Yeah, it'll be
I like
nice.
it though.
It'll be nice with this all ages project. You know, you'll be able to give some so your younger kids there and something
Hmm.
they can enjoy too. Since I
Yep.
imagine the freaks come out tonight, probably gonna be holding off on that one for a little while, maybe.
You want to hear? You want to hear a story? You want to hear a story? So when I first got this poster, my oldest is 8, and he was sitting in the room on his phone with his headphones on, and I walked in, not thinking,
Oh
not
no.
thinking. I'm just like, I'm proud to show my son something. Let me show
Uh
him so he can be proud of
oh.
me too. So I go in there and I'm like, look, Malachi, like, what do you think? And he get up, he like, I think, I think it's porn. I was like, oh my God. I grabbed him and I said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I looked at the poster and I'm like, it's naked women. It's naked women, of course.
Oh, that's too
So,
funny, dude.
yeah, so that's not for them.
Oh
Micro Wars
man.
is definitely their speed, but not that.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I
Yeah,
gotta
that's
say,
too
I got
funny.
another project too. I sent you a preview, a page preview. It got like car action in it. It's called Ride or Die.
Oh, nice, dude. Damn. All
Yeah,
comics, huh?
all comics, man.
Damn. Wow.
All
That's
comics. So
awesome, man.
far, so far. Hopefully, I can get to anime.
Hey, man, that would
I
be
want to
sick,
get to
right?
that animation.
That's
Yeah,
the dream right there, huh?
that's the dream. That's the dream. I'm kind of
But
like building my own universe, like how DC and Marvel did. I don't want to just say. I'm gonna always refer to them too because I think they're like the biggest out of everybody. Um,
oh yeah.
I want my universe to be like that 10,000, 8,000 characters and so many different stories coming from all over places. I like that. I like that was a great idea, and it makes me because I love to write, and I'm always coming up with new ideas. So I'm always throwing things out. Like if you ever visit my Instagram page, my NGC comic, you'll see a few characters on there that I release. I don't release too many because I don't want anybody stealing my characters. So I have released some of them, but I'm definitely trying to build a big universe with two platforms. I sent both my logos, which is Dark Chronicles, which is stuff like Freaks Come Out at Night, Bad Bitch Galaxy, and then the originals will be the New Generation Comics, which is stuff like Micro Wars, Rat Pack, things that are more for family, like little kids and stuff like that. Versus Dark Chronicles is like personal, like guts getting ripped out of your stomach, sex going on, breasts, and other places that you can't see on a regular comic books.
Oh,
So
definitely. Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to keep it separate so that my audience don't bump heads and I get
Hmm.
like in trouble for like kids reading the nasty stuff and all
Right.
that.
That's fair.
And
Yeah,
plus, I
that's
want
totally fair.
everybody to read my work. I want everybody to be able to hear my stories and be able to relate too. I'm trying to make them relatable to some people. So
Well, that's awesome, man. And like you said, you got a little bit of something for everybody. Some different, age ranges,
mhm.
different genres. A lot of different stuff going
Yep.
on.
So it won't be just horror. It won't just be horror. I'm
Nice,
gonna attack
nice.
The only thing you probably won't get me to do is a Love Jones. I'm no good
Nah.
with love stories. Nah, I don't even like watching romantics.
That's
Female
funny.
commotion, like, let's watch this. I'd be like, is it love? Because I don't want to
Uh-uh.
look at love. I want to
Oh,
watch
that's too
something
funny, man.
funny or scary or some action, but
No,
yeah.
I'm with you there, man. I'm with you there. That's cool. So you work with
uh,
a variety of different artists and stuff, and really kind of getting out there and putting a lot of different stories out there.
yeah, and
So what?
some writers too. Some writers too.
Oh,
I
really?
work with some writers. Yeah, I mean, I work with them, like meaning I help them with their projects sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had anybody work with me on mine yet. I guess I'm kind of like to myself with it.
Fair
Um,
enough. Yeah.
yeah, I like to tell
Well,
my own stories.
what I like to do next is I'd like to pull up the GoFundMe page. We can take a look at that, and I'm gonna put the link up there so people can check that out real quick.
Cool. I know I got a little sidetracked when talking about FreeSky, and I'd be so much going through my mind and just be spilling out, and I just be like, let me just
No,
tell
man, it
them
was really
while I got
interesting.
it on my
Honestly,
mind. I'm about to say,
I
so if we got
love
more
hearing about
time,
it.
I'll definitely get back to it if we got more time later.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we can definitely get back to that after we take a look at the page. We'll have some more time to go over
I'm
some of the
about to
stuff.
say, I was working on trying to get some keychains made too.
Nice.
It's
Dude,
like the
that's
little
awesome. Where'd
monsters.
you get that one done, dude?
Little shop of horrors. I want to say it's called little shop of horrors. I want to say it's called.
Huh.
It's a team on
Online,
Instagram.
online. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's what I was gonna
Hmm
post. That actually reminds me. I was gonna post a link out to your Instagram as well, so people check that out.
I'm about to say I got some stickers made. The name of the company was Valor Printing. That did most of my printing. Can you see that right there?
Valor Printing. Nice, very nice.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah,
So
so you have
anybody
a
that's watching
physical
that needs
copy
some
of
work.
the book there, then?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is. I'm about to say it's a couple of hard copies. It's definitely
Nice, man.
physical. I'm about to say it
So
even got like a little. Huh?
yeah, dude, that's awesome. Like, there's nothing better than getting your book, like holding it for the first time in your hands. You know,
I
it
almost
is
cried. I'm gonna be honest with
really.
you.
Oh, it's a good feeling, man. It
It feels
really
so
is.
good to accomplish things.
Honestly, it really does. Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm a comic creator myself, and so I know that feeling well. You know,
Yeah.
it's good, man. Especially when you put all that work into it and see it come out, and it's exactly what
Trust
you
me,
wanted.
I put some money in to get it to come
Oh yeah,
out
I
and
can imagine.
time.
Oh yeah,
Well,
oh yeah, man.
not so much time as writing it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like Micro Wars, I don't know if you had the chance to read it. If you read it, I would love for you to get back to me and tell me what you think about it.
Oh,
To be
definitely,
honest
man.
with you, I wrote it in 2 days. I wrote this
Really?
comic book, a 25-page comic book, in 2 days.
Damn. But did you just kind of get hit by inspiration? I'll pull up show some more of the pages, man. I love the art in there. Let's see some of the.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's cool. I just love it,
Nah,
man. It looks so cool.
to be honest with you,
Oh, that's
what it
nice, man.
was.
Wow. Uh-oh. Did we lose you, Malcolm? Let's see here.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there we are. I
Can
think
you
you're
hear me?
back here. I can hear you. Yeah. We lost your visual
How do
there.
I say? Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can fix it.
Sorry about that. While you get that back up, I'm gonna go ahead
No,
and
it
pull up
wasn't you.
the.
It was me. I had a phone call come through and it interrupted.
Ah, okay. No worries. We're also joined by my fellow Wicked co-founder, Matt Bryant. He's
Yeah,
one
I
of the other
see
guys here at
somebody
Wicked.
coming in.
Welcome, Matt.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry for being late.
No,
Just
it's all good, man.
busy
It's
That's
all
day.
good.
okay.
Yeah, we just been chatting it up, hanging out, and talking a little bit about Freaks Coming Out at Night
Trying to
and some
see
of his other
how I
projects.
fix
Very true statement.
mine.
Very true statement.
Be all right.
Can you guys see
Um,
me yet?
no, you're still not on our screen yet for some
Yeah.
reason. But I was actually about to bring up the GoFundMe page.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool stuff. He's got a lot of comics, man. He's a prolific writer. He is busy with all those projects, man. It is wild.
Hey, I can say we have a few writers within Wicked Publishing itself that
You see
are
me?
very much the same.
You're back.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
Welcome back, my
Yeah.
friend.
Hey, what's up with you, man? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I was just I was just about to show you guys my favorite scene of Micro Wars,
Oh,
which is
that's
this
actually the
one.
page that caught my eye, man. I love that dude's jacket.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? I
Huh.
made it myself.
There you go.
Whoa.
I took the idea, you know the leather jackets with the flames on the sleeves?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I told him to put electricity as it instead of the
Oh, that's dope, man.
that
Yeah.
guy is amazing though. That's actually a character that I created for that
Oh,
comic
wow.
book
Oh,
series.
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Think you'd
I
ever
was
go
being
back and
lazy
write
with
with
the
them
name.
again? Touching that universe and
Of
nice,
course. I will. I
nice.
will hope so. I will hope so. Honestly, it was supposed to be a part of NGC,
Hmm.
but he
Really?
wanted to kind of like venture and do his own thing before he signed with anybody. So I was like, all right, man. I'm all. It's always an open door for you. I love this character, as he know it. Like he loves my character, the one that I sent you a picture of the skateboard, and I love his character. So if you look at my character, the T-shirt that my character have on is his
Let me
character.
pull it up. Oh,
I want
really?
to
Let
say,
me pull that up.
yeah,
Yeah.
because in his story, he's a fan of her. So he kind of like, we're gonna do a crossover where he goes into her universe to get her help in his own universe.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Hmm.
Now, you mentioned NGC Comics. Can you tell us a little bit about what's that all about?
New Generation Comics. I would start off by saying, and I hope nobody gets offended, but I'm kind of like tired of the granddaddies of the comic book universe, like Marvel,
Hmm.
DC, Dark Horse, and all those guys. All those
Mm-hmm.
guys. I think that they hold on for too long. Like, how many times we done heard different Batman stories? How many times we done
Right.
heard different, but it's the same character. So it's
Hmm.
kind of like being lazy or afraid to push other characters forth because they scared that the world won't accept the new characters.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I want to say that not just myself, but all the independent artists, writers, and creators, that we are the new generation of heroes, new generation stories, new generation of characters. So I named mine New Generation Comics,
Hmm.
and that's how I got that name. Honestly,
Nice, man.
that's
That's a good name. I like it,
and
man.
it's right now it's just my writing team. Like it's the team that is, I named my team. It's not only just me. This guy right here, when he finished with his personal issues, he's a part of my team too, as far as writing goes. The girl Lena that I mentioned earlier about the other comic book that we're working on, she's a part of the team too. So we're just here to produce different comic books and just, like I said earlier, get our stories out. That's what New Generation Comics is about, and I hope to evolve it into like how Marvel and DC did, where they turned it into animation and turned it into um, book bags and merchandise and outfits that people dress up
Animations
in,
and
and all
all
that
that. Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
See,
feel it, man.
that's the old logo. I think that's on my Gumroad right there. A
Yeah, I
lot
was
of
just looking
the
up the
old logo.
Gumroad right now. Yeah, so you have a couple books out on the Gumroad. You can check out the first issue of The Freaks Come Out at Night, it looks like, as well as first issue of
Hmm.
Micro Wars.
Yep.
So you get a nice little preview if you want to pick that up before checking out the GoFundMe. That's a very
I
nice
would
way to do
say, and
that.
on Gumroad, with the what's included in the Micro Wars is, I think it's a couple of character pictures. Um, it's some previews or something else, and I think it's some artwork in there. I forgot what it's all inside of the package deal with it, because it used to go for $2.99. I think I changed it to like $1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be trying to be fair with people. I don't like to ask people for too much, so
I
I don't
appreciate that,
be.
man. I know
Because
some people try to charge a lot out there for indie
yeah, they
comics. So
overdo it sometimes for
yeah,
independent. I mean, I know it costs a lot to get things up and running, but it's up to you to flip your money once that happens.
true,
Like, you
very
can't
true.
just be like, oh, give me this. I deserve this because I put this much into it. It don't work
Mm,
like that.
not
Because
really, nah.
if Superman has a comic book out and it's $5.99, and here you come with your $7.99 comic book, I think Superman's gonna get picked up before you, honestly. So yeah, that's that.
Well,
No,
let's sorry, go ahead, Matt.
I was just gonna say that truly is really the struggle for every independent artist or even every independent comic is trying to out you could say outmatch Superman, but at the pricing that you're kind of looking for, just to be able to pay all your artists and everything out of pocket yourself, it does cost a lot, and especially with printing and all that. So, I mean, having it at that 99 cents and even other options possibly above that, that's really good for it.
That's true. I was about to say that's definitely true, because if you think about it, say if 1,000 people buy your digital comic book for $1, that's $1,000. That's $1,000. You can get that faster than you can get $5.99.
True, man.
You can get $7.99. So you can probably reach your goal with that versus reaching your goal by asking for more than what. That's why it gives you the option. If you feel like you want to put more than $1, you can put more than $1. But all I'm saying is it's $1. So I just think a lot of people need to humble themselves sometimes.
No, that's fair, man. Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta humble yourself when you're being independent, because you gotta think about the other people that had done it before you had it for cheaper, because they've been in the game so long. The money is like nothing to them almost now.
Yeah.
Here you come struggling. And you're like, well, I need this, I need that, and it doesn't work that easy. Trust me. If so, I would have out like 43 comic books right now, because you wouldn't even believe how many comic books I have already written out. It's just that I'm waiting to produce them. That's it.
That's amazing, man. Yeah.
I told you, my brain is just like poof, poof. Ideas just be coming.
Ideas a mile a minute.
I used to do like filming. I used to like to be into film. Like I have a web series on, a pilot of a web series on YouTube called Chip and Dale. I was doing that type of stuff. Chip and Dale.
Chip and Dale. Oh, really? What's that one about, man? You gotta come on. You gotta tell us some more about what's after that.
I mean, y'all from Cali, so let me not hide it. It's about two friends that smoke pot all day and they're trying to figure out their life.
Well, that seems right up my alley. Check
and
that
the other
out.
one is a black guy. Yeah, the black guy, he tries to tell this white guy he's not cool. So every time they go in public place, he's like, look, don't blow it for me. But everybody likes the white guy more than they like the black guy. He's like the least coolest person. And he swear up and down he's like so cool. It's funny. It's a comedy though. It's a comedy.
Dude, that's awesome.
Nice
that sounds awesome.
Story.
Yeah. I'll have to check that out. That's up on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Chip and Dale.
Nice. Just Chip and Dale. Can we look up Chip and Dale Pilot or something like that, maybe?
Just type in CHIP and then Dale is DEAL. You probably got to scroll down a little bit, because Chip and Dale, the cartoon, will probably pop up before.
Chip and Deal. Okay, that's clever. Okay, I see that.
Deal, like he made the deal.
Yeah, that's funny, man. That's a good one, dude. Oh, that's awesome, dude.
But this comic book thing, I like the comic book because I like art. Art is a journey. I would like to say art is like a journey within itself, because you can always just look at a picture. Like, take this picture for instance. You can look at it and be like, what's going to happen next? What happened before it? What's happening right now? So, like, that right there leaves the mind guessing and going in different places. And, like, it helps with the creativity. Like, my favorite thing at school, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a big reader. So when I write my work, I don't read it again.
Really? Like, not even your own work?
Nope. And I tell the girl, Lena, I'll be like, look, read it over for me and let me know what you think while you're at it on spell check. And then I hand it off. So I always like picture prompts though. So my teacher would come in, slap a picture on the table, I'm like, write a story. And I just go to work.
Really?
And just be writing. And I love to write, but I don't like to read. Everybody always be like, how do you like to write but you don't like to read? I'm like, man, put it on video. Put it on video, I'll watch it. I love watching things, and I like art. Like, I like to look at colorful things and stuff like that. So, which is surprising, because I did black and white for my first comic book, which I did it because of Sin City.
Oh, nice.
Sin City is one of the greatest comic book movies.
Oh,
and I like how they did the black and white with the splash of red. Of course, they did gold. So I took that idea and applied it to my entire Dark Chronicles platform. So it's white. In the preview that I sent you of the car action one, you see that the color standing out is purple and I think orange instead of being red. It should be, if I'm not mistaken.
So, a question that I kind of thought of, hearing you talk about all your different projects is, and you kind of wanting to create this universe. So, are all your projects in the same kind of comic book universe then?
Mm-hmm. They all in the
Very
same universe. It's definitely in the same universe. So that mean that, like,
Pretty
for
interesting.
instance, you see the
Are
monsters.
different ones going to be? Will you have like different time periods for the universe, or
Uh-huh.
were you thinking that they're all kind of taking place at the same time?
Nah. Some will, of course. All right. So, Freaks Come Out at Night takes place 4 years from now, where Micro Wars, when it was a part of this team, it was taking place currently. Bad Bitch Galaxy takes place 200 years from now. Um, the one that I was explaining about, that one right there that one is time jumping because it goes from the past, which is like the 70s, to more current time, which is in like 2016. So it will be like a lot of time traveling and stuff like that to get you all around the entire universe. Like, I want to do with the Freaks Come Out at Night after they get out of that dome. You wasn't in here earlier when I explained to him what's going on in the comic book as far as why they're contained in this place. The Simpsons movie, when they contained them with the dome, is what I applied to Freaks Come Out at Night. So all these monsters are trapped in this dome. At some point, they will get out and
Uh-oh.
spread amongst the world.
Oh,
So
God.
when they do that, you would see in other comic books that I am writing, the monsters featured in like an issue, like one issue or probably two issues, to kind of show you that they touch base around the entire. You get what I'm saying? Like that time when Marvel did it. Marvel did it when they did the zombie apocalypse thing, where the zombie outbreak, it started attacking all the heroes and villains and everything. So that kind of concept can be applied with this comic book, with this type of comic book where these monsters can attack the outside world. So everything is definitely connected, just different time periods, like you asked.
So is there any
Okay.
main series, or are they all equally as important as each other?
Everything. Well, all right. So with the Malachi, he is the main source. He is the creator of the entire NGC universe. My whole entire comic book universe. He is the one above all. You guys know One Above All, right?
So we know which one now.
For Marvel, Stan
Mhm.
Lee, Jack Kirby character, the One Above All.
Oh,
He's the
nah.
creator of that tie. He's the creator of the entire Marvel universe.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
you
like
mean?
their version of an ultimate god.
Yes.
Oh, really? No, I wasn't
And
familiar
they
with
say
that.
he's the ones that created the entire Marvel universe.
Oh, damn.
So he doesn't have a story though. Malachi is
Hmm.
that for my universe, and I'm going to break it down.
And you're gonna give him a story.
I'm going to give you a story of a god being born.
Damn.
So it will be
Wow.
7 seasons because there's 7 stones. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the chakra stones. Are you good? I mean, familiar with like chakra?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody? Okay,
I'm
all right.
mostly
So
from
I took the
Naruto, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're a little tiny bit familiar, that
Yeah,
means
a
you
little
know
bit, yeah, a little bit.
yeah. So it's seven chakras. So I took those 7 chakras and kind of applied it to this complete human, complete God, which is Malachi. So he would lose all of them and then have to gain them back, get them back, going through these 7 trials to get them. And when he does, he become ultimate again, and blah blah blah. It's a lot. It's too much. It's too much, honestly, to get
I bet you have the whole
too much
story of the
into.
Bible, man.
He is revolved around that whole universe. So it'll be scenes where you'll see, like, say if you open up like this book's supposed to have a scene where you see him kind of like flying across the city in the background in complete guide form. But the artist didn't. I guess he didn't remember or whatever it was that he didn't do it for. So I want to kind of do that every now and then with my comic books. It's kind of like he's looking down. It's always like a bird view, or you'll see him zooming past, or it'll be like a fighting scene in the beginning of the first panel. It'll be pertained to him. I don't know. That sounds kind of confusing right now. It sounds kind of confusing right now, but it sounds confusing right now.
Like here and there, you're going to spice them into every comic, either in more of like you could say a normal formality, or in like something going on in like a god form.
But he'll have his own series. but being though that he is God, he's everywhere. I'm trying to apply that concept like God is everywhere. You get what I'm saying? So he has his own series, but I would like to say this: what I was trying to get to before I had got so deep into that character. I do have Bibles. I like to call them Bibles. So
Nice.
when it's a Bible, it'll be holographic. The cover will be holographic.
Huh.
I'm working on getting my comics holographic for certain issues.
Ah, almost like a special edition, huh?
Yeah. So
Going
he
back to
would be
that.
one of them. He
Very
would be one
nice.
of them.
Yeah.
Gabriel the Unicorn. I don't know if you ever seen him on my Twitter. I leak a couple of characters every now and then. He's a unicorn. His book will also be holographic. It's mainly the ones that I don't like. If I'm going to allow other writers and artists to come join my team and put their own work into it. It'll just be NGC, like how Marvel's is and DC's is. It'll just be NGC logo on their comic books. I
Very
want to
nice,
let
dude.
them venture off into their own and like connect their stories to mine, but certain things can't be changed. So if it's a holographic book, you cannot interfere with that storyline. Like there's nothing you can do to change what happened in that story. Like how they changed Batman stories over and over. You can't do that to one of my Bibles.
Like the ones that are really like core to the series that really can't be
Yeah, the
messed with
ones
too
that are
much.
core. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
The ones
Interesting,
that are
man.
stuck in stone. Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of
There's
going
not
back to
going to
what
be a
you were
lot of
saying
them.
earlier, where like some people want like that, but a lot of people want to bring in the new characters. So this gives you the chance to have a best of both worlds, really.
Yep.
Nice, man.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And I told you, like I told you before, I want to make comic books for everyone to read. Everyone. And I meant that. And I'm also big on telling stories within the stories. Like I said, like Malachi be featured in a couple of other stories. You'll just see him like fighting quickly. It'll be like a quick panel, him fighting real quick. That's if you keep up with all the stories and be like a real diehard fan, of course, you will notice certain things and be like, oh snap, I seen that scene in that comic book, and it must be revolving around this situation in this comic book. Because I'm also working on this witch comic book right now too. It's a witch comic book I got going. It's called Silver
Really?
Flame Lake.
What's
Yeah,
Silver Flame Lake?
I told you all over the
Good
place,
title,
man.
Yeah, was that like 7 comics now that we've talked about so far?
Probably.
I think that's the most that we've ever talked about on one episode.
I
That's amazing, man.
apologize.
No,
I
don't apologize. That's
apologize.
amazing, dude. I respect that, man. I really do, because I'm kind of like you. I'm always getting good, ideas and stuff. But to actually start working on them, to start, developing the ideas, putting them out there, that takes a dedication right there.
You gotta push, man. You gotta push.
Yeah.
If you don't, nobody else gonna push you.
Ain't that the shit?
So
Yeah.
you gotta push it yourself.
Very true, man. That
Definitely.
is some wise advice right there, honestly. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the GoFundMe page real quick. We can take a look here, see what we got going on. Oh, actually, quickly, I wanted to pull up one more photo before we do that. There's a photo that's another one of the pictures that you sent me. So what's going on here? What's this one all about?
Okay, so Malachi is at the bottom left corner.
Oh, okay, bottom left. Okay,
All
interesting.
Right. Okay, so now this was a Black creators indie comic book group photo that someone reached out to me about.
Oh, nice.
And he was reaching out to a whole bunch of different independent creators and asking them to give like whatever character they feel like they want to present in this group collage. And that's the guy. All right, so look, if you look at the top right, it's a female. She's the pretty female all the way at the top right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one of the main characters from Bad Bitch Galaxy.
Oh, really? Okay. Very
nice.
Yeah,
I was actually able to squeeze 2 characters in there.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And Matt, you were earlier, but Bad Bitch Galaxy is another one of the stories that he's working on.
Another comic book, yeah.
Another comic book. What can you tell us? What kind of a story is this? Obviously, it's a bit of a sci-fi space adventure, but other than that, what can you tell us, maybe?
All right, so after Earth die or whatever, we haven't decided fully what we want to do with Earth and why this new generation is out here. Humanity somehow traveled to Neptune, and I don't know if anybody knows, but Neptune rains diamonds.
I was hearing something about that.
Anybody?
Yeah.
I'm about to say Neptune and Uranus like rains diamonds and like ice. So diamonds is a girl's best friend. So I told her, I was like, look, why not put it on Neptune or something like that, so
Oh,
that the
that's
whole
funny.
place could be made out of diamonds.
Oh,
They
man.
well,
That's a
they,
good
well,
one,
they
dude.
traveled
That's
to,
so original, dude.
huh?
That's really original.
Word. So they travel to this new planet because Earth, something happens with Earth. And while they out there, they build their little population, whatever. They get their homes and everything. Another species, which is the guy I showed you, Vane, him, he's an alien species that lives in a different galaxy from ours. But a sun was falling from their solar system, like falling out of place in their solar system, and somehow burned his planet before he came back. So they had to find a new place to live, and they found this galaxy, Neptune. They landed in Neptune, and he's trying to repopulate his people.
Hmm.
Now his guy is something serious. Bane the name speaks for itself, like his abilities is his veins. So a human body doesn't have, like, we don't know how many exact veins we have in our bodies, but it's a lot of them. So it's countless amount how many veins he could use at once. He could use them for whipper pills, shocking you. But the most interesting thing about him is that he used it to populate his race by injecting one into the female, below area, and
It's just
sucking
like
out the
kind of like
egg.
artificial insemination, essentially,
You ever
or
seen
artificial
Aliens?
reproduction, in a sense. What's
You ever
that?
seen
Alien?
Aliens?
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
movie
yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah,
Kind of,
yeah,
kind of like that type of idea where they
yeah.
took the
Okay.
egg from the woman and then took the sperm from the man,
Ah, yeah,
put
yeah, yeah.
together, and then he
Right,
spits it
right.
out type thing.
Okay,
That's
interesting, man.
what that's aliens be crazy like that. So yeah, that's it. That's it. And
Aliens be crazy, man. What you gonna do?
beautiful women fighting, and protecting their planet
Dude, that's awesome, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with a premise like that. That
and
sounds
they
awesome right there.
strippers.
Alien strippers, man. It's a combination right there.
Yeah, strippers with powers and stuff.
Well, that's
On
awesome, man.
Neptune.
And another part of the do you call it the NGC universe?
Uh-huh.
Nice, very nice.
Well,
Got another
I
little
mean,
part of
I
it.
haven't settled on what is
On an
it really
official
called.
name
Like, is it
with 100%
NGU?
and
Yeah.
right. What's the
So
full
far, it's
title
just
gonna be?
NGC.
Fair enough. Yeah. And then
Hmm.
bottom corner, you said we got bottom left, we got Malachi. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
Very nice.
Malachi
I love
right
his look.
there.
Really cool look. Kind of an interesting weapon there too. What kind of weapon is that?
I see now. Before I get into his tech, it took him 4 years to be created.
She's
I was
kind of a.
struggling. I was
Is
struggling
it
with him for 4 years. I had him drawn over about 5 times, and this is it. This is the perfect look. All right, so he got a Bluetooth, and he got these goggles on. The goggles is kind of like the goggles from Dragon Ball Z, where they can like read things, or Iron Man glasses, where it can like read sound effects, heat vision, and all that stuff to like kind of give him like the inside scoop on things before you get yourself into trouble. The earpiece is actually a character inside that earpiece called the Voice, which
hmm.
is a guy named Jimmy Parker, which everyone calls him the hacker. Somehow did the same thing Johnny Depp did with the you ever seen Transcendent? Where Johnny
No,
Depp
I
transformed
missed
his
that one.
soul into the digital world.
Oh, is that what?
So he
Oh,
kind of
okay,
does it.
yeah.
Yeah, so he kind of like do the same thing, running from the government. He transformed his soul into the digital world, and now he works with this kid. The board, it's a book bag. He has a book bag, but it's kind of like behind his guy. The board and the book bag together creates different gadgets. Like one of them is a jetpack. One of them is like with that glove is like a big bazooka that it can transform into a bazooka and shoot out like a big beam. It turns into a sword. If you look at it closely, I don't know if you can zoom in on the board, but it transforms into a sword.
Okay, yeah, I wondered. It kind of gave me sort of like vibes at first. I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
about to say if you look at that galaxy kind of paint look, that's the blade, but the rest of it transforms into a like an actual sword. I gotta. The guy is working on the gadgets as we speak. He told me give him about a week or so. He's gonna send it to me of all 5 gadgets that I had him working on,
nice,
and I
dude. I
guess
love
I can
that.
sing it like that. It'll definitely be updates on like my pages and stuff like that to show people like what I've been
That's gonna be a
working
fun comic. I can't wait for that one,
on.
dude. That sounds really fun.
And if you look closely at his hand, that's Iron Man's glove he have on.
Nice.
Because
Well,
Iron
go
Man
back to
and
your favorite
Batman is my
character. Yeah.
Batman and Iron Man because they're the only humans fighting all these gods and ghosts and demons and how can one man take on this much? That's why I
Hey, that's
love them
true,
too.
man. Oh yeah, yeah. No, they're
Yeah.
great characters. Yeah. No,
So I
I
kind of
wanted
took
to.
that glove. Oh my bad. I'm sorry. I
No, it's
apologize.
okay, man. I wanted to just say here because looking at the art, man. It seems like you're. Are you inspired or are you a fan of anime at all? Because I'm definitely getting some anime vibes off of this. You know.
Yeah. Well, only I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm starting to get into the like the mangas and all that type of stuff.
Nice.
Like I told you before, I never read a comic book or anything like that.
Hmm.
So I've only seen like Marvel and DC cartoons. Besides that, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon,
Oh, nice. Dragon
stuff
Ball Z is a
like
classic,
that.
of course. Yeah.
That's like one of the
Right. You can't
best.
go wrong with
And
that.
Sailor Moon too. I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
if y'all
Oh
got
yeah. Oh
Sailor Moon
yeah.
77
Yeah, I grew up
on
with
just because it's all
Toonami back in the
chicks.
day. You know, so
Yeah,
all that
man.
stuff,
Tuxedo
man.
Man. Tuxedo
Oh yeah.
Man. He was the man.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah, so
funny,
those are
man.
the ones that I did grow up on. I
Nice.
didn't
That
get
is
like
cool. Yeah.
I started going outside after Dragon Ball Z, so like Naruto and stuff like that I didn't keep up with. I know it
Mm-hmm.
sucks. Everybody always hounding me
Hey
about
man,
like, oh, you
you have
don't know
time,
what
you
you're
got
missing.
time, man. You can get back into the anime. You know.
Yeah, I could get back to it. So
Uh,
those I'm definitely into those. So I
that's
want
cool,
to
man.
do cartoons. Like I like that live action. So I want that. I want to make cartoons eventually. And
Well, yeah, that's
I
great,
definitely
man.
like manga style. I like manga style, so that's why you're probably looking at my character like kind of like a manga character.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking, man. Yeah.
Plus, I
Uh-huh.
work with a lot of foreign artists too.
Mm, interesting.
hmm They need to
Yeah.
be heard too.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. I love to work with. It's amazing how many amazing artists in other countries that you can find to work with. It really
True.
is.
My best artist is from Africa, believe it or not.
Really. Oh wow. Yeah.
He's the
That's awesome.
slowest artist ever, but he is the best. When he put a picture together, man, it is perfect.
Oh,
It
that's
is
funny.
perfect. The guy that did the art on the first comic book, Freeze Land Night, is from Chile.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah.
hmm
Oh, that's
Yep.
excellent, man.
Didn't speak a lick of English or nothing. Translator worked well.
Oh wow.
Translator worked.
That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, it really is incredible just the amount of people you can meet and through the internet and whatnot.
Yeah, I definitely met a lot of people. Like I was saying, the guy Steve that I wrote Michael Wars for, I've never met this guy in person. He lives all the way in Atlanta. I live in Jersey, and we've been cool for 2 years now. We like brothers almost.
Wow, that's
So,
amazing. Yeah.
and we only seen each other like this on video chat.
Oh
So
wow.
you do meet a lot of interesting people. A lot of interesting people.
That's excellent. So now that we've taken a look at that image, I was definitely glad I got to talk a little about that because that was a cool image that was on my eye there. Definitely want to go ahead and bring up the page for the GoFundMe. So,
Oh yeah,
if you don't
cool.
mind, I'd like to ask just a kind of just a general question to start with, it, which is kind of what made you want to go with GoFundMe as your choice for your crowdfunder?
Honestly, I didn't know what I was doing.
Hmm,
A
really?
couple of creators was giving me advice. They was like, you should start up like a campaign, and I was like, I don't know what that is. Is that like me asking people for money? And they was like, yeah, and I was like, I'm not good at that. I don't like to ask people for money unless I'm giving them something in return. So they was like, no, I don't look at it like that. Just try it. And I thought of the ones that I have heard of, which is GoFundMe or Kickstarter. And
Hmm.
it was no reason why I picked GoFundMe. I just went with it. I actually been trying to start up a Kickstarter and try to delete the GoFundMe because I heard that Kickstarter and Indiegogo are better than using GoFundMe. So
Yeah, definitely. I would recommend, even if you don't delete the GoFundMe, you put it up nonetheless. The big thing right now is using multiple platforms. I think that's becoming more and more popular. So I would
okay.
definitely encourage you. And if you'd like, we could talk. I could give you some advice as well. Because we've helped our creators do some campaigns as well. And so yeah, man, I would definitely encourage you to
I would
think about
definitely
maybe doing a
appreciate that.
Kickstarter or yeah, definitely, yeah. And so we have the page up right now. We have a $3,000 goal, and that's for the second issue. Is that right?
Yeah, it will help produce the second and the third and get
Oh,
hard
interesting.
copies for it.
Oh, awesome. That's excellent. So it's actually the more that you get, the more issues you're gonna be able to get out there.
Yeah,
That's excellent, man.
that's
But yeah, so you have a trailer here. People can definitely go check that out. I'm gonna put the link out in the chat again to make sure people got that.
It's
And
me kind of like breaking down a comic book and like explaining the gifts and things that I'm giving away. Because these things that I have shown you, like the trading card, the collectible card, the sticker, the keychain. Also, I had this made too. Hold on, let me see. It's my own personal one, so don't judge it. But can you see it? It's an ashtray with my logo in it.
oh, that's cool. Dude, I
Yeah, it's
want
my
something
own.
like
I've
that,
been
man. That's
using
that's
it.
nice.
Yeah, I'm about to
I
say
gotta
I've
get
been
me
using it
something like
myself.
that. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
so that I'm trying to do the shirts. I had posted a picture of the shirts that I'm trying to get made, hoodies, posters, more posters because I got more artwork that I'm getting done to promote the books as they go along. And yeah, that's what I like. I've learned as I did a little research. I learned that merchandise is very important. So
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I've been trying to like
Oh, that's
send
awesome.
send people ideas and have them sample me, send me samples of their work to see how it come out. And if it come out good, I would definitely invest into them. Like Valor Printing is one of them. I'm definitely sticking with them. The person that made my trading cards, I'm definitely sticking with this guy because he got that cool holographic thing going on, and that's gonna definitely work. That's gonna definitely work for me. But I'm gonna fix these. See, these just as samples, like I said before. You know how Marvel? You ever seen Marvel X-Men trading cards?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that right there. That's the idea that I'm kind of going for right there.
Okay, very nice. Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll have when I update them, they have like their abilities, their first appearances, and all that stuff on it. And then it'll be two pictures, one on the front, one on the back, giving you like more artwork.
That's cool, man.
So
And I
then,
know you're gonna be giving those out to the top backers or the top backers. Is that right?
yeah, that right there. And also once everything get up and rolling, those collectibles will also be featured in the comic books as I produce more comic books. That way you can collect them and get to know the characters a little more than just reading them in a book. You get to keep the little cards of them. They
That's
will kind of
awesome.
like say if it's like a villain. So like for Micro Wars, it should have been this trading card
Mm.
inside of here. So when you open it, you get the trading card, get this. This was supposed to have been a poster that came with it, but instead we used it as the back cover.
Oh, it looks good,
So
man.
I'm into like giving things with the say like you see how when I was telling you about how people like to charge $7.99. Now if you're gonna charge $7.99, if you had a trading card with the book, maybe people will be like, all right, with a sticker, people will be like, all right, I'll buy that combination right there, $7.99.
Right.
If you
Yeah, yeah.
had $10.99, you had a poster with a book, people will buy that. So that's my whole idea. Well, also, why I get merchandise to give people things for free, like throw it in there, or as a nice little cheap little bundle deal, so that people could get more involved with it.
No, that's awesome, man. And I think that's part of the reason people love these things is to be involved in the process, help make it
Mm-hmm.
happen and stuff. Speaking of which, I actually want to bring this up. Neil Start in the chat actually just said, "Sorry for the sounds. I just finished donating." So appreciate that, man. Thanks for supporting the freaks to come out at night, and we appreciate that, man. Is he? You
Thank you,
looking at
thank you.
that? That's funny. But yeah, no, we definitely appreciate that, man. More the
Yeah,
merrier, right?
definitely.
And but yeah, no, I mean, I love it, man. I'm super excited about it. So, Freaks Come Out at Night. Would you say it's primarily a horror story? We talked about how you love horror and whatnot. Is it
It's definitely going to
supernatural
be
horror?
horror.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. I'd say that.
With action.
Not word.
It's definitely gonna be action. I wouldn't say
Really?
superhero, but I would say hero because the main character, John Hadu, I know it look like he's dead right now. A lot of people probably like, oh man, how did the hero die so quick? But he's not dead. He's actually gonna come back extra cool. Wait till you see what he's gonna look like in the future when he come back after the three next issues. So what I'm gonna do is I was trying to explain earlier. You know, I jump around a lot. The 2, 3, and 4 would be flashbacks. Then 5, 6, 7 would be bringing you back up to speed to where you actually are, like the current. Um, I'm not gonna give it away. I want to give it away so bad, but the hero gets something extra when he comes back.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know if that makes him a superhero. So that's why I
Hmm.
kind of want to just leave it at hero. But with his new features, I want to let the audience be the one to judge where do I take that next step.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. No, that's
But for
interesting,
now,
man.
it's definitely a horror, thriller, suspense, action,
Well, I love
post-apocalyptic.
horror and that's and dark, dark stories and supernatural, and
Mm,
that's my jam right there. So
yeah,
I definitely love the premise, and the art's
me and
awesome,
you both.
man. Oh yeah, we're on
Me
this.
and
I'm
you
pretty sure we're on
both
the
too.
same wavelength for that. Yeah. So well, that's awesome, man. So how many issues do you have planned for Freaks Out at Night? Do you kind of have that planned out right now?
Yep. All right. So reason why I went with the alphabet thing because it's 26 alphabets.
Oh
I
damn.
believe so. I believe it's 26. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 26, but I want to do an alphabet. I mean, I want to do an issue for every alphabet, so A through Z. So it'll
Yeah,
be
so
three
awesome about that too.
volumes.
Guess the last letter's gonna be that's the last volume. Volume Z, man. Volume Z for zombie. You got
It's a zombie. You on it.
right?
So it'll
Yeah,
be
dude,
three
that's perfect.
volumes. It's either 3 or 4 volumes. I'm still tossing that up because there's two villains in this story. The one that actually that snatches his eye out and rips his arm off, and the guy that snatches the heart out in the beginning. Let me see if I can kind of get you there real quick. Him, Mr. Badass. His name
Mm.
is Sabab. I don't know if people
Oh
know
yeah,
how to
that's a good
pronounce
one.
that. Neither his name is Sabab, but let me show you my favorite scenes from the comic book. I made it into a splash page.
Oh, that is a nice one, dude. I love that double page
You see
spread
how he
there.
kind of like rip
Damn,
his eye
the art is
out and then
really
put
good, man. Jeez.
word.
Wow.
So that's the main villain right there. But then it's another guy, the government guy that got them trapped inside the dome, which is
Mm.
called his name is
The man in the
a
white
guy in
suit,
the
right?
man in the white suit.
Yeah, I love
He's
it.
a badass too.
Really?
He's kind of like Captain America and Black Widow, but
Hmm.
you know how they real sharp with the hands. Like
Oh, okay.
you don't want to fight with them too hand to hand combat. So he's kind of like that, but in a suit,
He's just got a little bit
nice
of
tight
class to
fitted
him, you know.
suit. Yeah, he got class to him, pretty boy. Got the
Nice.
reflective glasses. You can't even see his eyes because it's already sent message, you know. But he's smart. He's
That's
smart.
interesting. Actually, I wanted to talk a
And
little bit about the government, this character, the man in the white suit, and also the kind of the government, because in the description you talk about how they have this brilliant plan, and I wasn't too sure
mhm.
if you were taking that in a sarcastic kind of way or if they are actually kind of the good guys. So can you tease this a little bit, or without spoiling anything? Obviously, we don't want to spoil
Well,
anything,
then
but
they're kind of well. What would you call the government? Good or bad?
well, that's a
Let's not
complicated
answer.
question.
Let's not answer.
Right, right.
But
That's a whole nother
look at
stream,
it
man.
as that. Like sometimes they do things they say for the greater good, but they actually be sacrificing people sometimes. So, um, like you was explaining earlier that they're trapped inside the lair. A witch is what put them there 200 years ago. Put them
Oh, damn.
inside the bottom of this layer, put a spell on it, close it, and put a lake over it to keep people from
Mm.
seeing what's actually under it. But the witch is dying. The time is coming where the spell is starting to get weaker, and that's how they escape.
Oh, wow.
The man is aware because it's been noted, it's been documented over time what has happened in Nevada. Because I don't know if people are, so people won't notice. I'm not going to say I don't know if people notice, but I doubt if people would notice. But Groom Lake is the lake that I
Oh,
choose to name. That's the name that
very
I
nice. I
chose to
know.
name
Yeah.
that lake. Do you know what Groom Lake is?
Oh yeah, of course I do. I'm a big Area 51 guy, man.
Area 51, man. See, you are cool, man.
That's
You know.
hilarious.
All right, so that's what it used to be called. So I decided to
Right.
name it that, and it's located in Nevada, but I call it Cap Town because it got this big ass cap on top of it. But the real name is called Dover Township,
Mm,
but the lake is called Groom Lake. So,
okay.
you know, we don't know what's going on in Area 51, but I like to say something is going on over there. I ain't gonna say aliens. We don't know what it is. It could be everything. Every little secret could be there. So I chose to make it a town after the corona take place. So we trying to get our life back together. Everybody's trying to get their life back together because, you know, we lose so many people, so life had slowed down. They built this new town, and it's called Dover Township. They built it over the lake, which is where the monsters contained, and the government is aware of the situation. Now they have gotten note that the lady is dying, so they have to figure out a plan to contain it before this disaster floats the earth again. Because back then it kind of like wiped out a nice population, but they was able to control it by the witch putting them inside there. So now that they're out, they put the cap on top, and now they're trying to hold them there until they figure out what can they do until further notice. And they have no real, because these monsters, they are dangerous. They come in 4 forms. The freaks is the basic, what you turn into once you get scratched or bitten, or you can turn into the other monsters. I don't have an actual legit picture of them yet. It is a scene where you get like a flash of them.
Oh,
What
wow.
they call sky stalkers. Reason why they call sky stalkers because, of course, they sit in the sky and they stalk their prey.
They got these giant gargoyle kind of wings too, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have bat, have zombie, have human.
Nice.
And this guy is a second level, which is a creep. The third level, which
I
have
love the names, man.
go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying, yeah.
I was just thinking that I got weird with it when I came up with the names, honestly. So the third level. The 4th level is the Sky Stalker overall because it's the strongest out of all of them. The Stalker is the 3rd level, which is the girl from the preview I sent you of Phase 2, the naked woman that's walking in the streets.
Let me pull that up here.
She's a Sky Stalker. I meant to send you an actual picture of how she's gonna look with her bat wings and all of that stuff. That's what she is. She's the 3rd level. She's actually the younger sister of the guy that rips the eye out of the one in the first book. That's his little sister.
Little sister, huh?
Yeah. She only looks grown because
scary little sister.
That's because she actually is a teenager, but her ability is kind of like Cells or like Kid Buu, or Majin Buu, where they absorb people and they're able to like transform into them kind of. So she was a creep, but the creeps got different abilities. Hers was, like I said, she can absorb you and morph. So you can't turn into a stalker unless you eat the head of a king or queen stalker. And she swallows her parents whole is what makes her become who she is now.
Damn, that is some dark stuff right there, man.
She absorbed both of her parents, and she becomes the new queen.
Dang, dude. So is she gonna be a main villain going forward for the first arc, you say?
Oh no, she's second season villain. She's definitely the second season villain. Because these two actually, I'm giving away too much. All right, so I'm about to sit there and tell you too much information.
Let's hold up.
That's it.
That's all we're gonna get for now. But I love it. So they're all these different levels, and so are they? Obviously, they're different power levels, but are they different intelligence levels as well?
Yes, the freaks are dumb, complete dumb. All they know is
mindless.
Eat.
Yeah,
but they do listen. They do listen.
Really, kind of like a zombie, like your typical zombie or something like that, maybe.
Just like
or
that.
Google.
Or you know what's a perfect example now that I'm thinking about it? You ever seen Blade 2?
Sorry, was that which one?
Blade 2.
I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest with you, man. I have not seen Blade. I need to see it, but I have not seen Blade. I know.
None of the
I
Blades.
lost one of my nerd cards right there, man.
That is the first actual Marvel
What?
movie.
Oh,
And you've seen the entire cinematic universe?
I know. I failed, dude. I failed. I really did.
But no, I have seen
Good
Blade.
thumbs down right now, man.
No, I better go watch
Even
it, man.
if
I gotta.
people consider it unfortunate, I've even seen 3.
What's
But
that?
in
Oh, was that?
Blade 2, huh?
Oh, were you saying you saw him, Matt?
I've seen the entire trilogy of it.
All right,
Oh,
so
good,
Matt,
good.
you aware of the monsters from part 2, where they mouth open
Yes.
up, kind of? All right, so you see how
Yeah.
mindless they was? They were just running around doing the dirty work of like the ones that had more sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so apply that same concept between the freaks and the creeps. Because if you're a creep and you bite somebody, you kind of control that person. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that's under your pack. That's your pack. Like so, if you bite like 1,000 people, those are your 1,000 freaks. They listen to you.
So
Oh,
that's
wow.
kind of where like the hive mind concept, in a sense, comes from.
Mm-hmm.
And almost like factions, within the groups, right? Like, are there, like I could imagine almost like one of the creeps could send their freaks after another creep, something
If
like
they
that.
wanted to,
Yeah.
they wanted to, they don't. I haven't thought of that, but that's actually dope. So
Thanks, man.
prepare yourself to see it in one of the comic books now.
Your world, man. I love you built the base world, man. It's got all these ideas. I feel like you can really explore with it.
I appreciate that. I
Oh,
appreciate that, and I appreciate you letting me express it on your show too.
Oh,
I know
definitely, man.
people like, man, this guy's all over the place. There's only one brain, but there's a lot of ideas in it.
And
One
you're
brain.
clearly putting the work to get them out there, man, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. And I like to think the people that's actually out there helping me, like everyone that's doing their part to help me in this, because you can't do it alone. That's the one thing I can tell you. Advice to any independent creator: you can't do it alone. Honestly, it's everything in this world almost you can't do it alone. You need a team for big things like this, and that's what I'm working on right now. I'm building my team.
Yeah, that's awesome. And once you find that team, it's one of the best things is to get a good, reliable team that you really like working with. That's one of the best things, really.
And it's on, man. It's on. You're gonna be seeing NGC all the time. NGC just put out some new comic books all the time. Because I want to kind of release with Freaks come out at night. I kind of want to, until I get my artists on track with or at least get like 2 artists so that way they can help each other out instead of putting so much pressure on one. I will try to release them seasonal. So it should be like 4 books per year.
Okay.
Until I can like speed up the
process.
process.
That's a pretty damn good pace right there, honestly.
It takes the artist 2 months to draw it all up. And then once I want to get like the hard copies and the copyrights and everything, it takes me about a month to get everything in order. And then by the 4th month, everything should be out. So it's like 4 months in between every season. So I say about 4 books per year. But that's not the only series that I'll be releasing, though. Like I said, I got Bad Bitch Galaxy, Rat Pack. Those will also be in the mix of releasing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Freaks, yeah. I will try to. So, like, once a month, I'm going to try to get it to be like a new comic book once a month while I'm still having Freaks Come Out at Night coming out seasonal.
Okay. Yeah.
The way I kind of get my universe out there.
Oh, man.
Trying to get my universe.
You really are, man. That's good hustle right there. I really respect that, man. Putting that out there and getting your work out for people to see. That's awesome, man. So looking at the campaign, looking at the shirts as well. Is that right?
Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
I apologize. So do you have shirts as well? Then I see there's some pictures of some shirts and stuff.
Those are coming soon. Those I'm working on right now. I just got finished talking to someone about it. The guy got his own printing company as far as like shirts and hoodies, and that one right there. I actually had released that picture, and a guy hit me up like, "Dude, where can I get that shirt from?" And I was like, "I don't even follow you. How did you even find this shirt? How did you even find it?" And he kind of motivated me to push for it now. Like, if that one guy just popped up out of the random, I can only imagine who else would like this shirt.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, when you're getting other people coming in who aren't your backers, that is really cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say
Very
that.
much.
I'm going to
I mean,
have this.
even with just some of the imagery that you have for some of your series, even just using a panel, if they're a pretty good size, would really work out.
That's a good idea.
Like even this right here would probably be a great shirt, or even just something for a sweater.
A nice poster, maybe.
Oh, that's crazy. How y'all get that black and white one?
Right.
Oh, it must have been on my page. Oh yeah, it was on my page. I was like, how you get that one? Yeah, that's that one right there. That's the second cover right there that having worked on right now.
And so he's just destroying all these creatures in this villain here.
I'll say it again.
Is he so like what's going on with that creature in the back? Is that him slamming him up against the wall there?
Well, I wonder how you seeing it. I don't know if you're seeing it the correct. All right, so if you're looking at it, all right, the first thing you should notice is the little girl hiding in the left corner. On top of her should be a monster, and then in the middle is like his wife. As the monster's trying to grab her, is his wife, and then it's the man, the father, trying to like axe the creatures. I don't know if that's what you're asking me.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Okay,
that's
and then
awesome.
it's like two of them coming through the windows, and then there's one on the floor.
And so, the artist that you work with, does he also do the colors that we see every now and then?
The colors, you said?
Mm-hmm.
He only did the color for that cover because the artist that did that cover is a separate artist from who's actually working on the comic book.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I've decided to finally like give it up as far as talk about how tacky it'd be to have a different artist as my cover artist and a different artist as my actual comic artist. I have found out that a lot of comic books are like that. Oh, you got that picture too. I can't believe
Yeah,
you
that was
got
cool,
that picture. Dude. That was going to be the back cover of the first book.
Really? Oh, wow.
And I've decided to make that the cover of the fourth book, I want to say. Because that's when they get saved out of the house and they're like kind of like getting away shooting in the truck as the ambush is coming, like the parade of freaks is chasing them down. I like it really because you see how he's shooting out the window. I mean, out the top, and then it's like one of them jumping at the truck. Nice. That's why I really like it.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I love this kind of action. Just the dynamic pose. Like even though it's a sketch, like you can really feel the energy in it, which is really cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I had to get that dedication page to my artists because they really did it. Everybody did a good job at helping like design the characters and helping me bring that to life. Like I was in a hospital when I made the last payment because I had an ulcer. I had to get surgery on.
Really?
I had to get cut open. Yeah, they had to cut me
Sorry
open.
to hear that, man.
Yeah, I was in it for that.
That does not sound fun.
The last payment I made while I was in the bed at the hospital, and I was like, it's either I keep my money to myself and worry about things when I get out of the hospital, or I finish this project and worry about the other things later. And I did. Because I had a goal. My goal was to release it on February 29th, the actual leap day of the leap year. And I was able to do it. Because if you pay attention to the date on the first page, it says February 29th, 2024, I believe.
Oh, wow. Near future.
Yeah.
That's a cool, that's a really good opening page right there.
It is. Thank you.
So can you maybe tell us a little bit about your, sorry, go ahead.
I was saying 4 years from now, 2024, it'll be leap year again is why I did that.
Oh, really? Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right. Now, how do you do your writing when you work with artists? Is it something where you kind of write out panel by panel? Do you do more generally? What's your preferred method of writing?
I do write panel by panel,
Nice.
panel caption, and filling all that. I'm not a good artist, but I like kind of like sketch pictures out for him sometimes. If I feel like me describing it won't kind of get what kind of picture I'm trying to present, I'll send him like a little sketch and be like, here's what I think it looks like. It has stick figures, of course, but this is what I think it looks like in my head in these positions. Can you do
Okay.
that? And
Oh
that
wow.
actually works. To other creators out there, writers that is working with artists that can't see what you see, obviously,
Mm.
the next best thing to do if the writing isn't working is to kind of like draw. And all these artists, they're cool with this doodle with the little
Really?
scribble scrabble that you do. Yeah, you don't know how many artists I sent a scribble scrabble to, and they were like, "Man, this is good," and I'm like, "What, man? Compared to you, dude, this is not good." And they were like, "It helps though." So that's my advice to other writers if you're working with comic artists. Try to send a picture if you can't get it across with words.
No, that's pretty great advice, honestly.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we're getting close to the end of our time here. We'll have about 5 minutes left as we start wrapping up. But I definitely want to ask a few more questions, and if anyone in the chat has any questions, definitely let us know.
Okay.
So as we said the comics out on GoFundMe right now. You can also pick up the first issue on Gumroad if you want to check out a little preview. And I'm gonna put that link over here.
Hard copies. If they want hard
Hard
copies,
copies.
I
Ooh.
forgot to send you my email. So I sent you my Instagram. I don't know if that'll be a little easy for some people. I want to send you my email though. I don't know if I can back out of this. Can you see it if I put it in the chat?
Yeah, should be good.
Okay, let me see something real quick.
So you got
anybody
some
can
physical copies, huh?
Yeah, I got hard copies for Freeze come out at night.
Oh,
I
by the
gotta
way,
order some more.
I want to let you know. As soon as this is over, I'm gonna be watching Chip and Deal. I got that ready to go.
I hope you enjoy it and get back to me with it, man.
I will, man. It looks fun. I'm gonna have some fun with that
Everybody that watches is like, man, this is funny, man.
one. Dude,
That
that's
was
awesome.
actually why I stopped. And I'll be like, man, it wasn't me. It was the guy that created it. See, I do a lot of writing for other people. And if they he asked me to feature. And when I
Okay, yeah.
featured, because I was nervous, I was shaking in my boots, literally like this holding the steering wheel.
Oh my
And
god.
when you finally watch it, you'll hear the theme song. That song is what made me get my shit together. And
Really?
I
Okay.
instantly heard the song and I stopped shaking. And I was like, you know what?
Oh
I
wow.
can do this.
That's
I can do
awesome.
this. Yeah. Me and the guy fell out over promotional reasons.
Yeah, it happens. It happens too.
He didn't
Goes
want
with
to push
saying.
it as much as I wanted to push it, and he thought the
Really?
way I was
Okay.
pushing it was too simple. So it
Hmm.
fell out, and it never went any further. I feel stupid because I wrote so many episodes for it ahead of the time, and I got a problem with that where I write ahead of time, and then sometimes I don't end up being a writer to continue with, or they just don't continue the project.
Honestly, I think that's a good way. That's it's pretty smart, man. Like, sure, it might not work out every time, but when it does work out, look at all that you got ready, and it just
Got all
prepares
the
you better for the
material
next
ready.
time. Exactly, man.
Yeah, because Micro Wars is already 5 issues ahead of itself.
Damn. That's it. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah. Now that again, going back to that's how prolific you are. Even if you kind of talked a little about how you didn't grow up reading too many comics, or you kind of just getting into it now, but even just for someone who's just getting into it, you have already creating a bunch of projects and got so much ideas. So I mean, that's pretty awesome, man.
It's true.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. You don't see that every day. Not everyone can have that kind of drive, man. So I really respect that. So that's awesome.
Thank you. I
So
appreciate that.
you're welcome, man. And so the comic is as we said, it's out on GoFundMe. So with I'm not as familiar with GoFundMe as Indiegogo or Kickstarter. So how does that one exactly work? Is it a all or nothing type deal, or is it like a partial funding, or how does it work?
I was to say, from what I've heard, that it's somebody told me that it was supposed to be only for doctor bills and stuff like that, and I was just like, man, I'm in the wrong place, man. But it allows you to, if you don't meet your goal, you get to keep still what was donated instead of like Kickstarter. I think Kickstarter it sends back the money
Correct.
to the donors. I think.
And with
Yeah, so
Indiegogo, you can kind of choose one or the other, whether you want fixed
oh, cool.
or flexible. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Uh,
cool. See,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what I was saying. So for GoFundMe, it's kind of dope that they allow you to still keep it because whatever I
Right.
do end up making, I still will put towards the comic books and it'll
Well,
help
that's
me with
cool, man.
something, whether
I think
it's
people
one
really
issue or
want to know
two
that.
issues.
You know, like
Yeah,
it.
I'm definitely going to still put that money towards the comic book because I want people to know my stories. I really want to accomplish finishing all 3 volumes of this series at least. Even if I don't finish like any other project, I want to finish that story.
Is that would you say like your most important project right now?
No, it's just the first one that I started, so
Mm.
I don't like to start things without
Ah,
finishing it.
okay, yeah. No, I
So
get
I would
that,
like
man.
to complete it.
Well, that's awesome.
That's definitely.
You know, is there any plans? You know, now that you've been thinking about Indiegogo Kickstarter, do you think we might see you get a campaign out there anytime soon?
I actually have one. I just didn't like
Oh,
promote it. I haven't
really?
promoted it yet. Yeah, I just didn't promote it yet. I haven't been at the computer yet to like finalize it and like get
Okay.
the link and put it up there yet. But I have it. I did it. I just haven't been back to it yet.
Okay, so maybe sometime in the near future we'll see that popping up, perhaps.
I'm about to say yeah. I'll just,
Okay, very nice,
you'll
man.
get it before anybody. So
Very nice, man. Well, is there anything you could tell us to tease us a little bit about the future of Freaks Come Out at Night? Anything you wanted to give us about this next issue and beyond?
I don't want to give no more than what I already did
No
because I
spoilers.
see that once I get into it, I start talking too much. So
Oh yeah, I
uh,
noticed that earlier. You're like, oh, you're even catching yourself. I can't. Oh, oops, can't go
yeah,
there.
because I get excited to tell the stories, and then I start thinking about more stuff. Like as I'm telling you things, I'm creating things as we're going on. So I can't stop my brain.
It just
It's
keeps
tripping.
going.
Just
Oh,
know
that's funny.
this: I will leak one thing.
Okay.
The rip arm will be replaced with a robotic arm that can
Oh snap.
transform into a weapon like Samus. You know Samus?
Mm.
I know Samus.
Oh yeah.
Everybody
Oh
knows
yeah.
Samus.
Oh yeah.
I say from Smash Brothers. I always say from Smash Brothers. I know he got his
Right.
own
Me too,
video game, but
man.
I just like how he is in Smash Brothers. But it could do that.
I feel it. Right.
It could shoot a big beam out of it, and he also still got the katana.
That's awesome, dude.
That's it.
That's gonna be that's a good little tease right there, man. That's something to look forward
That's
to.
it.
So
So you
you know,
will be seeing in the next couple of issues scenes where it'll flash to present, even though it'll be
mm,
flashbacks. At the end,
hmm
it'll always go back to what's currently going on and it'll show you how they're developing, bringing this character back to life. Because remember, he lost the eye and he lost the arm. So we're gonna reconstruct John Hadou over. You get
over
to
and
see
over
that.
again, man. We're not gonna let him go. We gotta keep him
Because
coming
he has
back.
the ability to like kind of see in the future. That's why he
Mm.
took that stupid risk he took by
Oh
going
really?
out there to face something that he knew he was going to die. He knew
Oh
what
wow.
was going to happen. He has help.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
So that's all. That's all I can tease. That's all I can tease. And besides that, the other comic books like the Adventures of Gabriel the Unicorn, Adventures of Rat Pack, Bad Bitch Galaxy, more of Micro Wars hopefully to come soon. Freaks Come Out at Night, Ride or Die. You have the Book of Dreamers. That's the story of Malachi, the Book of Dreamers. That's all I can think of off the top of my head right now.
NGC is off to a good start,
Oh,
man.
oh no, one more. Project Cat. I forgot to send you
Project
a
Cat.
picture of
Yeah,
Project
yeah.
Cat.
I was gonna say.
Yes. It should have had I don't know wherever you was getting those pictures from, it probably would
Mhm.
have been there or they can check it out on my Instagram. But it's a dope character. I want you guys to see it. I'm mad I can't send it to you right now.
Let me see. So you said it's on your Instagram.
Yeah, it's on the NG.
Let me see if I can pull up the Instagram here. Uh-oh. We lost him. Let's see. We have some technical difficulties. I'm going to go ahead and pull up his Instagram. Hopefully he gets back in. Oh, yep. There he goes.
I fell out. I'm still
There you're
trying to get
back.
used to all these buttons. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's all good, man. That's all good. She's
Yeah,
just going
it's
to bring
on
up
my
your Instagram.
NGC, the NG Comics Instagram.
Yeah, let me go ahead and bring that up and post that link so people can check it out as well.
This character turned out so dope. The artist that drew it, right? decided to do a comic book for it.
Oh wow, really?
Free of charge and everything. Free
Dang.
of charge. They liked the character so much. They was like, you know what? We should do a comic book. You should write it and I'll draw the whole thing. And I was like, that's dope. Whatever we make, we could split. that's
That's
how I
awesome,
look at
man.
it.
That's really cool. So, wow. Yeah, man. That's how. What is that? 8, 9 comics now. I think that we've
I don't
putting
know.
out there.
I don't even
It's
know. To
it
be honest
is
with you,
adding
it's
up.
14 series. It's 14
Wow.
series in totals that I'm working on right now.
That
And
is
I jump in
amazing,
between
dude.
both.
Honestly.
If you on Instagram, you'll
Yeah,
see the two girls fighting. Do you see the two girls fighting?
Let's see here. This might be your
See, this is
personal
why I
one. Let me
said
see.
I get too
Oh,
I get too involved, man.
Here, let me. Sorry, I went to your personal Instagram and let me pull the.
Okay, you went to OK Cannon.
Yeah,
That's actually one of my heroes' name. When you asked me earlier, did I have a hero besides Malachi? I am doing a hero called OK Cannon.
Really? Ah,
Yeah.
that's a good one, dude.
Typical guy, could fight, got good reflexes, and that's it. Nothing out of the ordinary. I don't want him to have superpowers. He's just a regular guy in the streets helping people out.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. So, and I kind of love the homage to your own name there and throwing it in. And OK Cannon sounds like a fun character name.
He is. He's definitely going to be one.
Here. So, NGC. Let's see. I apologize. I'm trying to pull that up right now.
Oh, NG. Oh, it's N_G_comics. That's what it is.
Now, while we wait for me to pull that up, one more thing which is what could you tell people who are considering, maybe backing your book on GoFundMe or looking forward to backing it if you end up going on a different platform as well?
Well, what I can say is, I can be honest with you. Your money wouldn't be wasted because eventually I will get gifts out to everyone. Besides that, they are helping me build my company, my name. So it's kind of like you're doing a good deed and helping somebody build their fortune. And it won't be just one of those greedy, like kind of like, oh, we're going to take this money and do our own thing and not give back. You giving me, I'm giving to someone else. Like, I've been giving out so many hard copies for free. People be like, yo, let me just buy your book. And I just be like, nah, take it. I just want you to read it. Like, so only thing I can say is that I would definitely put used to it to make my dreams come true that I'm telling you right now. This is just not something I'm just playing around with. Like, this is my life now. This is my new life. This is my soul, my passion. This is my kid. Because my kid is the reason why I'm doing it. So
that's awesome.
If I let him down, I'm letting the people down. And
no better reason than that, man.
Yeah, I'm not that type of guy to let people down. I will strive and take more risks to try to accomplish this goal.
I definitely see that the driving that passion in you, man. I really do. Yeah, that's amazing. And with that kind of drive, you're gonna make it, man. You really are. You're gonna get where you're going.
I appreciate.
I really feel that. So we got the Instagram up on the screen there, and so I'll go ahead and scroll down here. So you said there was an image that you wanted to share off.
There she go, the one with the pink and white.
Oh yeah.
I was about to say, you click it, you kind of like slide over, and you can kind of like see. It's two of them because it's called Project CAT, which CAT stands for Killer Animal Technology, and then it's PC. PC stands for Pet Communicator. It also stands for Pet Cat. Yeah, because honestly, even though I came up with the idea for Project CAT first, because I had a guy from Africa sketch her out. And then I had another guy from, where's this artist from? He is from, I want to say Chile too. I want to say this artist is from Chile too. So funny, African African artist and Chile artist is the main artist that I do my work with. And I had him redo the sketch that I had. And it turned out the one that you're about to pull up. And then I created PC afterwards. But in the comic book, PC is created first, and then Project Cat comes last.
So we got. I mean, I don't think we've touched on it, but I think before the stream ends, we gotta address it, man. Well, are we looking for? Are we gonna see some crossovers, man? Are we getting some crossover material here?
All right,
You
so
know, I
since
had to
you're curious
ask.
about the crossovers,
Right.
all right, so y'all probably don't know a couple of people I'm gonna name. All right, so in that big image, remember when I showed you the group picture of Malachi?
Mm-hmm.
On the right hand side of Malachi, like directly across from Malachi, is another character that looks dope to me. I reached out to the creator of that character and asked them, can we do a couple of crossovers? They told me not at the moment right now because they're starting a series and they want to kind of like get their character developed and stuff, which is understandable. I wasn't in a rush for it myself. I was just bringing it to their attention that later on, when we both get our series up and running, can we do a crossover? It's the one to the right across from Malachi, all the way to the far right. That's
The one on the bottom
I wanna
right
do
or the middle right?
bottom right? Yeah, bottom right. That one right
Very
there.
nice.
I like that character. They kind of like got the same little style going on almost.
Right? I was just thinking that. Yeah.
That's one of the creators. Another guy called Sammy. I know you guys probably don't know him. His character is at the top. His character is Alpha. He at the top left corner. He has 2 comics out as well. Now I edited his first comic book Elements. He's a guy that was inspired by me to do his own comic book, and now
really?
he motivates me to want to do more because this guy creates characters every week. He's dropping a new character, so it make you want to be like, you know what? I need to go create me some more characters. So he's like my DC and I'm Marvel, or I'm
You're
DC
trying to push
and
each
he's
other.
Marvel. Yeah, we're pushing each other to go forth.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to do crossovers with that guy. Like that's
That's
like
excellent.
bros. Like he come to me for advice, and I come to him for like advice or his opinion, and vice versa. Like we like buddies like that now.
That's pretty nice, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a healthy rivalry there, right there, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, because I'm a Cancer, and most Cancers are competitive. Like 50 Cent's another one. He don't be needing to come off as a crazy aggressive person, but he be competitive. Like he wants to make his little thing go well. Like he want to make it fun. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Another person that I would like to do a crossover with, but I don't think I got the idea to crossover with him right now. It's a story going on called The Adventures of Citrus Man. If you go on Instagram and look up Citrus Man, you can go on his page. In his bio, it's a link to his website. He has about 20 issues out already.
Oh, wow.
His website is dope because when you like try to slide to the next page, it kind of gives you like that turning page kind of sound and look. So yeah, cool. But his story is dope because it's about fruits and vegetables that's superheroes and villains.
Oh wow!
I said, now how did you come up with that? I'm a little jealous I didn't come up with that one first. That is a brilliant idea. Like that is so relatable on so many
different. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Yeah.
And it gives it kind of like a history background in the back. So I'm reading his comic book.
Nice.
I'm also reading the guy Sammy's comic books. I'm also reading this one. This is one of the first comic books I purchased. It's called War by a guy named Christopher. He's the artist, the writer. I don't think he did his lettering. He even autographed it for me.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yep, he's the only person to get my name spelled right. If you see, I said if you could see, they spelled my name wrong and everything.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's spelled wrong.
Oh, that's
they always
too bad.
get my name wrong.
Oh man!
So it's all cool. That guy actually wanted me to be before I did the whole MGC thing. He wanted me to be a main writer for his because they got their own publishing crew called War, I believe. No, it's called.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called. I can't see it right now, the logo, but they have their own publishing company. He wanted me to be a main writer, but when I came to him to kind of like, I was looking for a printer for Freaks Come Out at Night,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't want to help me unless I signed my book under them. And I'm not trying to like sign under nobody because I want to do my own thing. So I kind of like turned that down.
Yeah, that makes sense, man.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. You gotta sometimes just gotta do it your own way. Yeah.
Gotta do it. You gotta get that experience first. Get your feet wet before you just start jumping in there and signing your life over to somebody.
Oh
like,
yeah.
You see how long it took what's his name? Stan Lee to get not Marvel, X-Men back and Spider-Man, and you sell your stuff to these companies and then they blow up and then it's hard to get them back. So I don't want that to happen. I don't want my comic book to blow up knowing it was in only my hands and then somebody else getting all the credit for it. And then I'm struggling to get it back at the end. Like,
No, yeah, that's very true. No, it's a tough one. And like, obviously when you have as much passion as you do for your creations, you want to make sure they're treated right and not just going to be sold off to someone for, whatever rights or whatever. I definitely get that, man. Now, I definitely, as I said, we're pretty much at the end of our time here. I keep finding more stuff to talk about because you got so many awesome projects, man. So it's like it's hard to find the stopping point.
Yeah, because I want to bring this guy up. Telling me about an hour. I'm sorry, but you said
I know, right?
2 hours. Oh, that's Guy.
Yeah, that's why I want to bring him up because he looks awesome. He looks so badass. I love that outfit.
That's the original concept.
So cool. But you know what? That's a good concept, dude. Huh?
He wasn't cocky enough.
Really? Oh, you really?
Because this guy's supposed to be this big. He's supposed to be big like that because besides the fact that those gadgets he got on his hand, they EMP devices. Because in Micro Wars, all right, so I was going to explain to you that in Micro Wars, they had chips in the back of their neck. I don't know if you knew about the little situation where they was talking about people was getting chips installed in them in real life, not comic book, but in real life. They was talking about chips being installed in people, and then you could swipe them and like pay for things and stuff like that.
Jeez, yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard about that, but that was a thing. We took that concept and applied it to the back of their necks, but giving them the access of 1 through 3 powers. So you can either have a level 3 chip with 3 abilities, or you can have a 2 with 2 abilities, or a 1 with 1 ability. She has 3. Most people got 1 because most people can't handle the 3rd level one because it's too strong. She has the original chip in her because her dad is the person that created the microchip. He used those EMPs to shut them down. That's why he got those devices, because he's like the bounty hunter. He's like the bounty hunter for him.
Nice.
So when he go out and catch him, he got to shock him. But this one is a tough cookie for him because she's the original chip, so it's not that easy as the other ones. They all like prototypes and stuff like that, little bootlegs. So that's how he got that device. He also has strength, super strength. He punched boulders for a living. Like literally punched through boulders. That's his training process. Like he punched through boulders as his training so he can get stronger and stronger.
Wow, dude, that's awesome. You
so
really
punched through a brick wall.
Jeez. Yeah, you don't want to mess with this guy. I feel like.
Nah, that's why I had to buff him up. The guy that I wrote the book for, he was like, man, I like him. He looks so relatable. I said, because he looks like a drug dealer. He looks like a drug dealer. That's what he looked like. Funny. So the coat was the dopest thing on him.
The coat is nice, man. The coat is nice. Yeah. So I appreciate good passion in art. I'll be honest. I definitely love when you see some cool clothes in comics, man. Yeah, you're welcome, man.
That guy definitely got a lot of change. Like he now has a battery pack.
Oh wow!
In his back, that's where he get his energy source from.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, let's blow that up here.
Yeah, but I said that's his battery.
Yeah. Pack. Oh yeah, you definitely buffed him up, didn't you?
Yeah, I gave him more stuff. Yeah.
He put that old version to shame. He been hitting the gym for sure.
He definitely hitting the gym. So in the next book, you're gonna see a scene where he's like kind of working out. Right. And you're gonna see all the boulders like broken from punching them. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I've been working on. That's why I said I got the next issues written out already. I'm just waiting for him to tell me like, oh, I'm ready. Let's start working on them again.
Well, that's
So,
excellent, man.
mhm.
Well, I appreciate you coming on to chat with us and talk a little about your books, man. Again, you have so many awesome projects. It's just gonna be really exciting to see.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're
Thank
welcome,
you, man.
man.
I
And
appreciate you.
yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all of what you put out. And if you want to, maybe tell us a little where we can follow you online, so people can check out all your stuff you got going on and all the different projects you have.
As of now, I'm working on trying to get my website done.
Nice.
Until then, everything is mainly on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I always try to keep all of them updated. Mainly Instagram gets everything for some odd reason. That's my best app. I'm new to Twitter, so I'm trying to get involved more with Twitter because I heard Twitter and Facebook are more of the platforms you want to kind of like use to like promote your stuff versus Instagram. Like Instagram is not it.
Yeah,
So,
they have different
but
uses. Yeah, Instagram is very good
mm,
for art and whatnot, but Twitter definitely has its positives as well. That's for sure.
yeah, all three of them
Yeah.
have different cons and pros to them. So I try to use all of them. But definitely,
Awesome.
definitely here, Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, all three of them. Until I get that website built, it's only those three sources right now. Only way you can get the digital copy of Freaks That Come Out at Night is on Gumroad. You can actually read this one for free on Webtoons.
Oh, really? That's up right
Yes,
now on Webtoons. Okay.
this one is actually on Webtoons for free.
Post out link up in
So,
the video here during the yeah,
and it
here as
has a
well.
poster. It has a free. It has a preview of the second cover too on there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I see that. Oh, yeah, that's a cool cover.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Yeah, I would definitely love to see you guys get back into that series. Once if you can find time with all your other stuff you got going on, we'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I'm
definitely
still trying
excited
to
for
get
Freaks,
him to
man.
join.
Hey, man, I wish
Thank
you
you.
luck on it. But yeah, dude, Freaks is gonna be good. Just looking at that poster behind you, it just makes me want to know more. Like, I gotta know what's
What's
going
gonna
on there.
happen?
Exactly.
Just know that they're no longer in the dome in this scene.
Oh, really? Oh,
They are
wow.
out and about within
That's
the
volume
world
3,
now.
right?
Yeah, this volume 3.
Nice. Yeah,
They
so that's
break
something to
out.
look
They
forward to,
break
man.
out.
Oh, that's
That arm, that robotic
awesome.
arm, is the key to getting out of that dome.
We ain't gonna be able to keep them contained forever. They're getting out,
Not
man.
forever. They getting out.
Well,
They
that's
definitely getting
awesome.
out of there.
Yeah, that's excellent. I love horror, so I love seeing this, man, and I really think this is gonna go far. So, if you're watching the video, if you guys watch on the repeat, please go check it out. Freaks at Night
I
is
hope you
currently up
do.
on GoFundMe. It may go to Kickstarter or Indiegogo soon. We will see. I know you were tossing that idea around, so we might see some stuff from that in the near future as well. But in the meantime, definitely go back to GoFundMe, as he was explaining earlier. All those funds, even if it doesn't ultimately reach the full goal, you'll still be able to keep that, put it towards the
Yep.
books, and
Yes,
make
sir.
more comics, man. So that's
I'm about to
ultimately
say
what it's
it
all
also
about.
be updates there too. It also be
Oh,
updates
nice.
on there too.
Very good.
I'll be putting like little previews of things
Oh,
to kind
excellent.
of keep the people that are watching the
Nice.
GoFundMe a little interested on what's been going on, because I decided to fund. I didn't mean to say that it's to produce issue 2 and 3.
Hmm.
It's to do 3 and 4 because I'm already in the makings of issue 2.
I see.
I've
So issue 2
already
is coming
started
out
issue 2.
regardless. Issue 2 is going to
Yes,
be
it's
out there.
already in the making.
Okay, nice, man. Wow, that's
We
awesome.
just got finished with the storyboard on it, so yeah, it's coming. I told him to draw that preview just so I can tease people with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Issue 1's out. Issue 2 coming soon, and 3 and 4 crowdfunding right now. And
Definitely.
really cool comic, really great concepts. As you said, you love to keep it original, and I think you've managed to do that. You really have. Like, honestly, some of the most original stories I've seen in a while. So I was really refreshing to talk to you. It was really good.
I appreciate that, man. I had fun talking to you too, man.
I
And your
appreciate
buddy
that.
Matt, he
Yeah,
probably lost him again, but I appreciate having him come here and talk to me too, man.
Well, thank you
and
again.
to
No,
let you
it was
know,
really good talking. Sorry about
you
that.
guys will be getting the updates before anyone.
Nice, man. I appreciate that.
From
Yeah,
now
we'll
on, I would
looking out
definitely
for
keep
that.
you guys updated before everyone.
Very nice.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you taking the time out to actually have me on your show. That was dope.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
To
Anytime,
be
man.
honest, I know you seen me sweating a few times. I was kind of nervous. I'm over here.
Oh no, you did great, man. You did awesome. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Well,
So
thanks
you
again,
guys,
man. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time and taking the time to speak with us about your comic. As I said, everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us and hanging out. And if you're watching the replay, definitely go check out the
Thank
link.
you, everybody.
Yeah, man. And we'll see you next time. Enjoy your night.
All right, man.
Take care, everyone.
Until then, have a nice one.